The Daily Ironman Show with Ironman Daily is
Ironman Daily.
I was just minding my own business, and then I got a hard clue scroll. I was minding my own business at the Isleworth Moss Giants, casting some fire spells on them and trying to get mossy keys, and then they dropped a hard clue. And I went to run the hard clue, and after the first few steps, I encountered a clue step that I could not complete because I didn't have a rune warhammer. So I did like any sensible escaper would do, and I went to the wiki. And I found on the wiki item sources for the rune warhammer. Unfortunately, it can't be bought in a shop, but it is a drop from Scorpia. Scorpia is one of the monsters that I have to complete for the, the combat achievements. I currently have 8 KC, and there's 4 achievements here, and they give quite a few points. If I were to complete all of these, that would be enough to get the medium Gommel's hilt, and then I wouldn't even have to complete any tasks at the gauntlet. So I'm looking to complete 3 of these. I don't know if I'll be able to get this one or this one, but the first one and the last one should be easy enough. I already have 8 KC, so I just need to get 25 kills at Scorpia. So when I discovered that I couldn't finish that hard clue without first getting the rune warhammer, I was on mobile at the time, so I just came here to the fishing guild. This happens to be where the clue is. There's an inconspicuous chest somewhere in here where I have to build. I don't see it from here. Here it is in the corner. Across from the pole booth there's an inconspicuous crate, so that is what I need to build. I also require an elemental shield, which I lost in the wilderness, so to make another one of those, I have to go and build another one from scratch, which is kind of a pain. But the good news is, once I get this built, then I can leave those items in the chest, and I'll never have to get them again for this clue step. I found an interesting quote online the other day. The quote said, "If you're comfortable, you're probably doing it wrong." And the idea there is that in life you have to embrace discomfort in order to enjoy it. You can't just be too comfortable all the time, otherwise you'll just get sick and die. So you need to initiate some kind of discomfort in order to make life meaningful, to have progress, and to enjoy some of the higher order pleasures that come from enduring first order pains. I was daydreaming about starting a religion, and I was also daydreaming about something totally unrelated. I was daydreaming about RuneScape. I wanted to create a new account, an ultimate Ironman, so no trading, and it's locked to the point where I can only train combat skills and Slayer. And the goal for the account would be to complete all of the quests that don't require or reward any XP in any of the other skills. And I don't yet know if that's possible, but I know that Priest in Peril is possible as long as I can find a way to get Rune Essence. So I think that would be a really fun account. It would just be Slayer, Magic, Prayer, Ranged, Defense, Strength, Attack, and Hit Points. Ultimate Slayer only Ironman. When you examine this duck, it says, "She quackers." I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Anyways, it's been a few days since I watched the guide on Scorpia. Look at my clue scrolls that I have here. I could do these. But first I'm going to Scorpia. See, the beginner, the easy, and the medium, I got these while fishing sharks. Right now I'm up to 728 sharks. It was a lot faster than I expected, because I remember seeing that if you have a low fishing level, I only have 77 fishing. It takes longer. Yeah, 76 sharks is the requirement, and I have 77 fishing. I heard that you shouldn't fish sharks until you have higher level fishing, otherwise it's too slow. But honestly, this hasn't been as bad as I thought it was. As it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Plus the dragon harpoon helps a little bit. So anyways, I haven't seen the guide in a while, and I'm just gonna go in raw. I know it's a magic boss, and I know it's in the wilderness, so I don't want to bring too many valuable items. Maybe just arms like this. And then my entangle sacks, which are so handy. Maybe that's too much. Maybe this is better, and then I can bring my cape. Amulet of Magic, that's looking good. Not as high risk. Can bring some Boots of Lightness just for the drip. I think that's all right. Because we're going in the wilderness and there's always a ton of PKers at Scorpia. So what I need is a slash weapon to get through the fence, and then I need a high level teleport, emergency teleport. This teleport is going to be useless because we're so high in the wilderness. I don't think I'll be able to use that anyways. Do I have ingredients for tuna potatoes? I need to make some more. To make tuna potatoes, you use pats of butter on baked potatoes. Pats of butter are actually kind of hard to come by. You can buy them under Lumbridge if you've done Recipe for Disaster. And then you can also churn your own butter, but churning your own butter is really slow. So I think the fastest way to get pats of butter is just from buying them from the store under Lumbridge and hopping worlds a whole bunch. And this is a very good food. It heals 22. It's better than sharks. It's tied as one of the best food items in the game. There are some foods that feed over 22, but I don't think anything does it in just one click straight up. And there are better foods like anglerfish heals 22, I believe. And you can also, it can also heal you over your max HP. So Guthix Rest heals 5. 4 doses of 5 is 20 HP, and you can also combo eat with it. So that's the plan here. I'm going to be combo eating. I also need some prayer potion. And then I need my runes, of course. Maybe what I'll do for this, instead of Aram Staff, I'll use my Slayer Dart. This is 4 mind runes for every 1 death rune. So what else do I need? I need some of these. Emergency teleport. Entangle sacks. 25 is probably good. I don't want to die and lose all these. Now, the big problem here is I forget what to pray. You have to use some prayers against Scorpia. So I'm just going to be guessing around and trying to find one that works. Okay, I just looked it up quickly on the wiki. You use prey missiles to protect from the guardians, and then stay out of melee range. Alright, I think that's everything I need. Man, I'm nervous. Probably going to get PKed out here, as always. Scorpia is a deadly PKing spot. Here it is. I just saw someone. That's not a PKer. What is the correct cavern? Do these all work? There's Scorpia. So I need to entangle. That works. Oh, I forgot to bring anti-poison. Let me do that. Now, Guthix Rest can heal poison but it only heals it by 1 point. So I would have to drink 5 doses of Guthix Rest in order for this to heal, which is just not efficient. So I'm gonna go back to Edgeville and get myself an anti-poison. Cool. Might as well drink a stamina too. I just noticed my run is getting a little bit low. What else? What else? I wanted a few more. Okay, never mind. Cut this part. Alright, it looked clear last time. I didn't see any PKers, so staying on this same world. Should turn my private off. There's Scorpia. What a great way to use up mind runes. Slayer Dart. Get off me. Oh, now he's getting healed. The trick here is to freeze the minions. Freeze the minions. And now I can drag Scorpia off to the other side. No, this is not working. I gotta kill these guardians. I can't out DPS the healing with Slayer Dart. Max hit of 19. Wow, Slayer Dart is worse than I thought. What a useless spell. This is like the enchanted Slayer Staff requires 75 magic, but it does a max hit of 19. I was just hoping to use up some mind runes, because I get all those mind runes from running barrows, and now I just don't have any use for them. There's the first kill done. Nice. That went smoothly. I think in order to freeze the guardians and drag Scorpia away, I would need to use a ice barrage so I can freeze them both at the same time. Otherwise it's just too slow, and I can't, even with them frozen, like the DPS on Slayer Dart is so bad. I think I'll have to come back here with ancient magics in order to get all of the achievement tasks. But for now, I just want to get a Rune Warhammer, and I want to get 25 KC, and if I'm lucky, I want to get a piece of the Malediction Shard ward, the Malediction ward. What happened to the other Guardian? On the first kill, I feel like I only killed one Guardian, and the other one just disappeared on its own. Maybe if it gets out of range of Scorpia, then it just despawns. That's something I want to try again. But I don't know if I'll have enough prayer potion for this. Come on, man. I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Are you kidding me? Please talk to me, he says. Dude, read the room. I'm literally fighting a giant scorpion in the wilderness. And you can't tell what a sword is? This guy is such a joke. And I keep getting interrupted by these offspring here that are ranging me. Yeah, I need more prayer potion, so I can't stay for another kill here. But this should be 10 KC, so that's a nice combat task. Fortunately, with her low magic defense, Entangle works pretty much every time. I don't think I've splashed it yet. Yeah, I brought too much food and too little prayer potion. Takes a lot of Entangles here, especially since the healers heal her up so much. 13 Grimy Torstal, nice. And there we go, there's the first task, done. So now I'm heading back. Oh, take a bunch of 1s and 2s from the offspring. Eat a whole bunch. That triple eat is deadly. Okay. Off to a good start. Too much food, too few prayer pots. Got myself some Chaos Runes and some Grimy Torstal. It took me over 100 casts of Slayer Dart to get through the boss, so I think another spell would be better. Welcome. Earlcom. I meant to say welcome, but instead I said Earlcom. Okay, great. So I'm gonna rethink my strategy here. I have 90 magic, and Ice Barrage requires 94. So I don't know. I need to pray range and entangle Scorpia and run around. Drink a bunch of prayer pots. I did want to try dragging her away from the Guardians, so let's try that strategy. So much Blighted Entangle. I've been using them up, that's good at least. I got all those from doing Lesser Demons. I almost have 100k Mind Runes. This is the thing, I want to get through these. But maybe Slayer Dart is not the right move here. I want to try a different spell. Fire Wave. This is the same magic requirement as Slayer Dart, as the enchanted Slayer Staff, right? Now bearing extra enchantment. What if I check? It has charges. I don't know. Seems weird to me that Slayer Dart, the enchanted Slayer Staff, is so bad. Because now I have all these Slayer enchantments too. 13 Slayer enchantments, they seem completely useless because Slayer Staff is such a useless item. It's like blood runes are all that matter now. Alright, good to go. I just need to hit up the altar. Alright, trying again. And this time I'm going to entangle the Guardians and drag Scorpia all the way across the room, and hopefully that will cause the Guardians to despawn. That's the theory. We're going to put it in practice and see if it works. Ooh, somebody left their cannon here. Suspicious. Okay, that's halfway, so the Guardians should come in, right? There they are. Now I want to entangle the Guardians. First I entangle the Queen. Now I go this way. And now I'm going to entangle these guys one by one. And now should be good to go. It didn't work. It did work. The Guardians disappeared. That's weird. Max hit of 21? What is up with that? Why are my max hits so lousy now? I thought Fire Wave was supposed to be good. Maybe it's just because she doesn't have weakness. So Slayer Dart is not as bad as I thought. Fire Wave is still better though. That should be Kale. Not quite. There we go. Rune Kite. Nice. And I got the Guardians No More task. Excellent. Oh, I splashed. Guardians, come in. Uh-oh. This guy's here. You killing me? You good, he said? Huh. Interesting. It looked like he was just here to slay the boss. Okay, I'm gonna go bank. That was interesting. So I still need to get up to 25 KC. And I really would like to get... Oh, kill Scorpia without taking any damage from her? I can do that right now. Let's get that task done. The Guardians only spawn in once, so I just need to be patient. Once they spawn in, then I'll kill them. And I have to be careful not to take any damage from Scorpia. Oh, that missed. Don't miss. Oh, I took damage. Now come over here, Scorpia. Took damage again. Okay, let's stay for one more. Try to get this. Ooh, Death Runes. Love to see that. I might have to use those. I'm gonna run out of casts here. Oh no, run away. Oh, I took damage already. Whiffed. Botched. Absolutely botched. I'm getting the hang of freezing the Guardians. I think that probably helps. But now I'm going to run out of casts of my spell, so I can't stay for another run and try to get that extra task. I'm going to have to do 25 KC anyway, so I'll just come back another time. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. It seems pretty simple. You just can't get hit at all with melee. So just stay out of range. I'm surprised I haven't gotten that already. I've just not been clean enough. Haven't done a perfect kill yet. I'm bound to get PKed eventually if I stay out here long enough. So I want to do these kills on camera for an episode, so I'll do another episode of Scorpia at some point. I might do all those clues that I got off camera, or I might continue fishing sharks or something. In the meantime, rune plate legs. Nice. Can't complain. Got some rune drops. But now I still need that rune warhammer. I'm just going to go to the... Actually, no. I'll go back to Edgeville. Edgeville's safe. Edgeville Bank, I'm not sure if it's closer than the Mage Bank, but they seem pretty similar distances. I'm in level 50 Wilderness, so the Royal Seed Pod is only if I get attacked and I have to run south and try to teleport out, and I'm teleblocked and everything, or I don't know. I'm running out of entangle sacks, so I'll need to figure out a solution for that. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching this episode of Ironman Daily. Only 6 more combat achievement points to go until I'm ready for Gommel's Hill 2. Stay tuned for another episode coming out on the next weekday.